We've probably got time for one more question here. Is there anyone else who'd like to speak up?
Joanne, if I may add something.
Please.
A few months ago, I sat in on a group of employers who were talking about, they were doing a debrief on how their interviews had been going during COVID.
Yep.
It was very fascinating. I got a lot of really good insights from it. But one of the things that I took away was almost without exception, each of the employers said that one of the things that really surprised them most is how people don't really show the passion for the job, wanting the job that they're interviewing for. So they get through the first interview, so it's like the first level of screening, and then they get to the second interview if that happens, and they don't really feel the passion about wanting that particular job. And employers feel like recruits miss a big opportunity because when they're sitting back and thinking, I've just interviewed 10 people. What is the differentiator with each of these 10 people? And one person who might say in their initial thank you for interviewing me letter, they might say, I really love this job. I really love your company and I'd love to be a part of your team. That becomes a very significant differentiator. And it propels them into the second interview, or it gives them a lot of wind behind their sails coming out of the second interview. So I was really struck by that particular comment that was consistent among all of these organizations.
I think you raise a really excellent point there. I want to connect two things to that one of which you implicitly mentioned. Last week, we talked about how manners matter. It's something that we got really blurry about during the pandemic. Oh, but they're not in the office. I don't have their address. I can't send them a thank you note. Send it by email. I've seen things where people have written the handwritten thank you note that we've all been trained to, taken a photograph or scanned it, attached it to the email, and just put a little note in the email that said, you might not receive this until the next time you go into the office. It'll be waiting for them there when they get into the office. They also did mail the thing, but I wanted to let you know how much I appreciated the time we spent together. Manners matter. Punctuality, we also touched on. That sense of be on time. In virtual world, early is on time and on time is late. If I had to wait for you to get into the room, it felt like forever. The other thing, Millree, we're really hungry for human connection. Even people like me who are profound introverts, which may surprise you if this is the only context in which you know me. I love presenting. I love connecting with people in these environments, but I am an introvert. I need a lot of recharge time. I need a lot less than I ever thought I did, because there are far fewer people in my life than there were 2 years ago. We all are more hungry for and more aware of the human connection, the kindness connection. It has a really huge impact. So I would encourage all of you to listen to that vicarious feedback from Millree from that panel. I think that's tremendously helpful. Thank you for sharing it.